Yo, Zach Talks TV, Surviving Film on Africa, checking in with the gang. Here we are for part 4 of what happened to Charlie. We're about to get into it, man. We're going to be going through some of the debates, some of the big topics that he was talking about. And we're going to be talking about the divide that his death has caused and really bringing back the same issues that we've been having as a country. You know what I'm saying? Just sometimes these type of deaths rehash those issues. You know what I'm saying? So today we'll be getting into all of those things. What I ask you guys to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for me so you do not miss another episode. So I'm gonna give it about 2 minutes and then we just gonna get right into the show. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, Surviving Film on Africa. Let's get into it. Yes, sir.
Hi, so I don't go to UT, and I'm not the legal age to vote yet, and my parents are divorced, and both of my parents have separate political views. My mom's conservative, and my dad's a liberal, and my mom is always kind of pushing me to bring politics into my life, and I was wondering, A, should I care, and if I should, why, and which parent should I lean more towards?
Got it. So did you say mom's liberal?
Mom's conservative.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's the opposite I would have thought. Okay,
Yeah.
So I see you have a shirt here that says, whom shall I send? Here I am, right?
Yes.
Which I love. That is the Hebrew word Hineni, which appears many times throughout the scriptures. When Abraham, the binding of Isaac, Moses at the burning bush, the call of Isaiah, the call of Samuel. Every believer here in the audience, by the way, the most important thing is to bring Jesus into your life. Let me just make sure I say that. Most important thing. It's way more important than politics. It's the most important thing.
Amen.
And so I encourage every believer out here to learn what that word Hineni means. It means, Lord, use me, send me. And I could tell you're probably going through a trial right now because your parents are separate and it's not easy. So the scriptures are very clear about this. Christianity has a heavy emphasis on honoring your parents. Now, to contrast that with the prior questioner, I don't think she's doing a good job of honoring her parents because she's accusing them of being in a cult.
Yeah.
This is very important, everybody. Even if your parents share values and views and a worldview that you do not have, you are biblically obligated to honor them, which means to spend time with them and to love on them and to go visit them. Even if they are wearing a Black Lives Matter and in this home that we have no hate and trans lives, you still go and spend time with your parents. Because if you are incapable, in this case, of honoring your earthly father, you will never honor your heavenly father. And it's very clear in the 10 Commandments, and I'll get back down to
I like that message. I like that message, Charlie, for sure. I like that message. See, everything he said wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Some things he said were bad. Yes. Everything he said wasn't bad. You feel me?
Take advice. In the 10 Commandments, it is the only commandment, honor your mother and father so that you may live long in the land of which you are in. It is the only commandment that deals with a promise and your country. We'll cease to have a strong country, America, if we do not have kids honoring their parents. Everyone out there, every day, you should call your parents on a weekly basis. I know college exists a lot of the times to separate children from the parents. They want to try to separate you from your upbringing. Your parents aren't cool. They don't understand you. They don't share your values. The closer that you stay with your parents, even though you have disagreements, the better you will be and your nation will be. Now, to your personal advice, find out what you believe and why you believe it. If a parent ever tells you to do something that is sinful or goes against God, that is a violation of what it means to honor them. It doesn't mean you have to blindly obey them, but you must honor them, which really means to treat them heavily, basically to treat that with a lot of weight. I would instead be close to both of them. It's a very difficult situation. You're going to grow up a lot quicker because of it, and come to your own independent political views and let them be known to each appropriate parent.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard. So how would I express the different views to, say, my mom or my dad?
Well, your view should be the same regardless of who you're talking to. So I think you're not old enough yet to vote, so you're still searching. So instead, I wouldn't even take strong political views. I would say, Mom and Dad, I don't want to talk politics. I just want to talk the Bible.
Okay.
It's not a political thing. It's a biblical thing. That would be my advice to you. So every time it comes up, like, oh, you should support Trump. Oh, you should hate Trump. So you know what? Can we just talk things from Scripture? Always go back to fundamental Scripture when you're talking to your parents. And when you do that, it could be very disarming.
So that was pretty much the basis of his whole thing. He was big on his faith. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people are running with. Faith. It outweighs a lot. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of whatever hateful views you guys got about him or whatever hateful things he said, he was deeply embedded and deeply invested in his faith. And that means a lot to a lot of people. And it means the most to him. You feel me? Let's get back into it.
I had the best coach.
I'm gonna keep it short and I'm just curious about your stance on college as a scam, because I feel like, according to the Hamilton Institute, people who get bachelor degrees over a total lifetime earnings earn of over $1 million more than those who don't. And also, I feel like college is an important place for people to like go learn valuable life lessons. And also, it's good to have like a balanced society, because then you're going to get artists, you're also going to get architectures, you're going to get engineers,
And basically what he was preaching also, he was going to all these colleges and he was telling the college kids that you guys are getting scammed. Coming to this school, getting a college degree, only to get out of college and barely find a job. Notice that AI is taking over everything. What you just went to college for 4 years, an AI robot can do the same thing better without flaw. You know what I'm saying? So he was basically explaining a lot of things to these college kids. And I think that's what ultimately led to his death, because that's a strong message to be telling all these kids that's going to be in debt, getting out of school in debt, trying to find a job, trying to make it in the world. And he's coming to all the college campuses, letting them know that this shit actually means nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, the world is really gearing to that way. You know what I'm saying? We all kind of know this already, but he was just telling it blatantly, straight up, just like most of his stances. He was firm, stern on his stance. People don't like when you're stern on your stance. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I think Charlie Kirk was all about. He was all about being stern on his stance. So whatever he believed it. You know what I'm saying? But him being a modern day MLK, no, not at all. He was not a martyr. None of us knew about him really until he passed away. You know what I'm saying? That's not, But you know what they say? You're not somebody until somebody kills you. You know what I'm saying? You're not somebody until somebody kills you. So that's what really brought him to the forefront of our eyes. We had no idea. I never heard of Charlie Kirk in my whole life, you know what I'm saying? Until he got killed. That's when I started looking into him, seeing who he was, figuring out what he did. And then I figured out why he possibly could have ended up in that situation by looking into what he did and the things that he said in the past and his different views and things like that. These type of stances people don't want in the United States. They're radical. They're some of the things he said was kind of borderline racist. You know what I'm saying? Borderline white supremacy. He was kind of airheaded when it came to racial issues and things like that. Although he did make a lot of good points, there was a lot of bad points also. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what ultimately led to his demise. But anyways, let's get back into it. Once again, make sure you guys remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. I see we got 160 people in here. Let's get them likes up. Let's get it.
get all sorts of different people that we need in society, because like, what's the point in living if we don't have writers or artists, you know? So I just want to get your take on that.
Sure. The question is, did the best writers learn to write in college? Probably not. No. The best writers are gifted writing, and they learn to write by writing. And I would just argue that this kind of holistic view you get, for example...
That's the same guy that was standing behind him when he got popped in Utah. The same exact guy. He must be a bodyguard. He must have couldn't see with them dark shades on. He couldn't see too far. You feel me? I don't know what the hell going on. They probably should have had some bulletproof glass around that little tent, but they probably didn't expect it to get this hectic. You know what I'm saying? But when you stern on your stance, it's deadly. You know what I'm saying? Words are deadly. Sometimes words cut, words hurt. And the wrong student heard those words and they cut him deep. And he went to his granddaddy. He went and got granddaddy's pistol. You know what I'm saying? Granddaddy's rifle, and some shit happened. And he happened to be a pretty good shooter. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
What are you studying? Can I ask?
Economics.
Okay, so what do you think of Thomas Sowell?
I actually really like him. I bought his book, Basic Economics.
Great.
He's one of the first economists I ever
Do they
looked
teach
at.
it here?
Not yet, but also I've only been
Okay,
for like
so now you're
1
proving
year.
my point. If you're studying economics and they're not teaching Thomas Sowell, you're not getting an education, you're getting an indoctrination.
Well,
And you're
no.
being scammed.
Okay.
Milton Friedman, do they teach Milton Friedman here?
No, but I'm aware of him.
Okay, Ludwig von Mises,
I'm aware of him, but no.
Murray Rothbard, hold on,
No.
F.A. Hayek,
No.
Frederick Bastiat.
I don't know all these people
You're
either.
not getting economics education, you're getting an indoctrination. You should know every single, it's not your fault, but what you're paying for or going into debt for is not a real economic education. Those are the people that theorized about free markets, which is a legitimate school of thinking, monetarism, private property rights. And the fact that I'm not criticizing you, I'm criticizing the institution that's failing you, that you don't know what these people believe and you're not being taught that rigorously, proves my point that college is a scam.
Yeah, but again, I've only been here like a semester and a half. So,
But what do you know who John Maynard Keynes is?
heard of him. Actually,
Okay.
we did read about him a little bit.
Okay, so you read about John
I don't
Maynard
know who
Keynes,
that is.
but you
In
were
class.
Keynes.
Yeah, in class. I learned
Yeah,
about it
okay.
in class.
Right, so that's my point, is that they'll teach you Keynes, but they won't teach you one out of the 7 people that I mentioned of Bastiat, Hayek, von Mises, Rothbard, Sowell, or Friedman. And that proves my point, which is that it's all demand side. It's all one picture of an economic argument.
See, a lot of y'all are trying to use this death as a divide topic or subject to then branch off, and some people are using this topic as a divide so that they can lean more towards their white supremacy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We not doing all that. We not doing none of that. We not about to put Charlie higher than he was, like he was some type of mortar right now. Like, I don't know what he was to y'all, but he was nothing to me until he got killed. I didn't know anything about him at all. Not nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee most of you guys that's watching, you guys didn't know a lot about him either until he passed away. You know what I'm saying? Until he got killed. You guys didn't know nothing about him. That's the thing. But I mean, I guess college kids might know about him because he was doing college tours. You know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of college tours and things like that. But for the most part, most people, especially on YouTube, didn't know a lot about him. You might have known something about him if you been on TikTok or something like that. But for the most part, no. We're not about to sit here and pretend. You know what I'm saying? This is not the pretend channel. And then a lot of you guys are fake anyways because you're sitting here, 226 of y'all, and it's only 25 likes. So what that say about y'all character? You feel me? What that say about y'all character, and y'all sitting here judging Charlie Kirk for the things he was saying, and you guys can't even reciprocate the love. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things.
Is not the complete picture of what, now maybe later on you'll get a supply side, economics teacher here, but
Shout out
this
to
idea
Kobe.
that you go to college to
The
kind of get your
gaming
worldview
Willow, we don't
liberated.
care about you.
Yeah, you get your worldview altered, to be perfectly
I did
honest.
listen to
Secondly,
Charlie.
to your point
Okay,
of earnings
54.
over a period
Yes,
of time, it
you
matters
listen to Charlie. What
completely
did
and
you
solely on what you
get from
study.
Charlie?
Yeah.
If you study the liberal arts, even after 10 years,
A lot of people were saying that he's supposed to be the next president. Is that true? Is that true? They said he was supposed to be the second coming. He was the young Trump. He was the young Trump being raised from within. You know what I'm saying? They said he was Trump's right-hand man. I had nothing. I didn't know. I thought Vance was next in line. But apparently they said Charlie. They had Charlie tucked. Charlie was like the tucked pistol in your back pocket that you don't pull out too much. But he's still touring with you. You know what I'm saying? He's still touring and he'll get reckless. Crazy.
Yesterday, 16 lowest paid majors happen to be some of the highest majors that people actually go and study, which is liberal arts, sociology. God bless people that do that stuff, I suppose. But you're also filled with all of the woke rubbish that is infecting our society.
I'm gonna keep it short.
You know what? I think I actually, it's like 60. It's like 70-30 with me for Charlie. You know what I'm saying? 70%. I like a lot of how what he was saying. I like how he was saying it. You know what I'm saying? I like people that stern on their stance and people that ain't going, you know what I'm saying, sway and switch up just because somebody feels this way or you feel this way. Nah, he was like, nah, I feel this way. That's what it is, nigga. My way or the highway. You feel me? That's really like how Trump is. That's really like how, you know what I'm saying? That's how the shit be. People got to be stern on their stance. You can't be soft. They wanted him to be soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, fuck it. Okay, we'll just allow. Okay, you guys feel like that? We'll just allow some trans people to go into the girls' bathroom. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't that type of person. He wasn't no pushover. That's what people don't like. People don't like when you're not a pushover. He was stern on his stance. He didn't care what a lot of people was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's how it got to be.
Short and sweet. I'm just curious about your stance on college as a scam.
But so just to clarify, you believe that this is in the Bible. This is laid out in the Bible that man shall not sleep with man, and so therefore
Well, it's also repeated throughout the New Testament as well. Matthew, in the book of Matthew, Jesus reaffirms the biblical standard for marriage.
Okay, so I'm going to make two very, very quick points. So the first, so if we look at the Old Testament in isolation, just to start off with as an example. So let's look at Exodus 35:2. which suggests that if you work on the Sabbath, you should be put to death. If you look at Leviticus
Hitler was also
11:7,
pretty stern. God
suggests
damn
that
it.
if you have pork, you should be put to death. Let me finish, I'll be done. If you plant two crops side by side, you should be stoned by your entire village. If you wear a suit, which you are wearing now, that contains two different fibers intertwined into the same jacket, you should be burned to the stake by your own mother. Now, following that rationale, in Leviticus 18:22, and it states that man shall not sleep with man, why aren't we burning ourselves at the stake as well? Why aren't we stoning ourselves to death?
Do you care to address my main contention that Christ affirmed biblical marriage in the book of Matthew? And can you tell me the difference between the
And we figured out in part 3, y'all, that really these college campuses is really the breeding ground for a lot of these new age issues, these new age homosexuality issues and things like that. All of this left wing, right wing, all of that stuff, the college campus has become a breeding ground for all of these issues. And they bring it to the forefront and they think the whole world is supposed to accept it. But it's only been accepted in this small little university where everybody thinks they're smart. That's why Charlie Kirk was going to all of these universities, telling them the truth, letting them know that they're being scammed, that they're being indoctrinated, that the degree that they're getting won't mean too much to society once they graduate. And a lot of these people did not accept that. That's why a lot of kids were mad. And that's why he ultimately ended up being gunned down by a thug 22-year-old white man. A goddamn thug.
the moral and the ritual law. And then finally, also, tell me about Christianity, the difference between the new and the old covenant. Or are you just going to cherry pick certain verses of ancient Israel that do not apply?
Nope. See, I see some hate in the comments. Guys, don't use this as a hate. This is not hate. That's the problem with America these days. You guys love hate. Anything that separates you from the next person, you love it. You feel me? A lot of y'all breed on hate, and that's why you'll never get anywhere in life. That's why your life is fucked up how it is right now. Because you breed on hate. You want to see the demise of the next person. You don't see the good in people. You can't see the good in people. Shit, I can see the good in anybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do fucked up shit. Being a human is part of doing fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got here by y'all parents doing fucked up shit. And now y'all here. But y'all are quick to judge the next person by things that they say and shit. Judge people by their character. Okay? Judge people by their character. Not by the contents of their skin color or anything like that. Let's get it.
It's a new Christianity.
No, fair. So we'll look at 2 points then. So firstly, if we look at the Old Testament,
also, we have 530 people here, and we only have 40 likes. So we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. I know we got a lot of hate in here, and I know a lot of you guys were, you might be white supremacists, you might be Black Pantherish, you might be anything. But I need you guys to hit that like button so that we can get through this show. This is part 4. We're about to get into this Charlie Kirk situation, and we got a lot more situations that we got to get into. This will be probably my final part on Charlie Kirk, because this is really a blanket to get us to not pay attention to the other worldly issues that's going on right now. So be assured that I'm not going to spend all of my time covering this Charlie Kirk issue, but I definitely know that this is one of the big issues that's dividing the nation right now. And I feel like it's my job to get on here and separate, the truth from the fact, separate the lies from the facts and get the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here. This is part 4. We're rocking and rolling. We need to get them likes up. We got 297 people in here. Let's get it.
Yes, ma'am. I want to hear from you.
I had the best coach.
Wait, so just to be clear, were you once a parasite?
Technically, yeah.
Let me get some RIP Charlies in the chat also. RIP Charlies in the chat, man. We are not spreading hate here. We have no hate towards Charlie. Nobody deserves to die like that. Of course, we don't agree with all of his issues, but some of the things he was saying, we do agree with. So we're not on here just bashing Charlie like he was a bad person for how he felt. He was just stern on his stance, and that's how you got to be these days.
You think babies are parasites?
Fetuses.
Right, but a fetus literally is just a word for a human being. It's a stage of development.
Before it's born.
Right, but have you ever been to a fetus shower? Why do they call it a baby shower, not a fetus shower?
Well, yes, it's a baby, but it depends on what the mother wants.
Oh, so it is a baby, not a fetus. Got it. So, but if it's a baby, then shouldn't we not kill babies? Pretty simple moral principle.
It's different.
This is one of his big issues also, guys. So he was very big on not killing babies, even as an embryo. He was very anti-abortion. If you guys are anti-abortion, if you guys are for or against abortion, let me know in the comment section. This is one of the big issues. Do you consider an embryo a baby? And if you get an abortion while the baby is an embryo, is that considered murder? Should you be penalized for that? You know what I'm saying? Should that be allowed in America? He was big on that stance. Let me know in the comments, guys. Are you for abortion? Are you pro-abortion or no abortion?
When it's inside the mother's body. Because it depends on what the mother wants, what the parents want. If they don't want to have that kid,
it's attached to an umbilical cord, but how is it any morally different than when it's right outside of the womb? That baby can't hunt or gather. It can't go get a job. It can't go to the grocery store. It's wholly dependent on external forces to survive.
But that's not the same as like needing to be inside the mother to survive.
But why is that any morally different? Just because you're attached to an umbilical cord, why is it any different? Why is that less of a human being? And by the way, there are babies right now, as I mentioned,
God
that need
says
pacemakers and
life.
ventilators. Are they not human beings because they need a lot of machines to survive? They're attached to other machines. Are they not humans?
Yeah, but I think that like the mother doesn't have a choice. You know, it is like making the baby, like giving it nutrients and everything.
Let's try to find. So you would say that you want the mom.
814 people in the chat. Can we get 100 likes? 100 likes, guys. 100 likes so we can start the video. You guys are playing games. Let me get some RIP Charlies. We need more RIP Charlies. Less hate in the chat. We're not debating here. We're simply going through the debate videos and we're separating the facts from the lies. That's what we're doing here on part 4. Once again, make sure you guys remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you do not miss a video. And I appreciate all you guys coming here. It's about 1 o'clock where I am Eastern time. Hopefully you guys are having a great day today. Making a little bit of money. It is a Tuesday. If you guys don't know, I work during the weekend, so my week pretty much ends on a Monday, which is pretty weird. So here we are on my weekend, but you guys, it's weekday. You know what I'm saying? So let's just have a good show, man. Let's spread a little more love than hate. I know it's going to be a lot of hate in the comments just because of the topic that I'm covering, but it's all love from me. It's all love from the host. No hate in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back into it.
to be able to have choice over her body.
Yes.
Got it. So does the baby have any, like, that? Does the baby's body matter?
To me, no.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, since you are, resolutely, like, in favor of choice, do you think it should be legal or allowed if a mom wants to have an abortion if the kid has Down syndrome?
Okay.
It's a yes
The
or no
answer?
question.
Can I say my answer and then explain it? Okay, I think that mothers should have the choice to have an abortion no matter what the reason is. But
And
if
that's the thing. That's the thing, too. I feel like he was kind of airheaded when it came to other races. That's what I don't agree with Charlie. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of airheaded when it came to other races. But then again, in that same token, he said some real good things that black people needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how he felt about black people, he said some real shit. If you guys could look through the hate and look through the, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to read between the lines of this shit, because it's not about always how people are saying it or where people come from. You know what I'm saying? He has some real good issues and some real good points if you really listen. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. That's my take on it. I don't agree with everything he was saying, but I do agree with some of the things he was saying. And that's what the world need to learn how to do. We need to learn how to agree to disagree. Okay? We need to learn how to agree to disagree. This will make the country a lot better place for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't always have to divide and hate each other. We got to learn how to come to terms, know that everybody has different feelings. We all got different upbringings. We all went to different schools. We had different choices in life. So we're going to have different views about how we view the world, different economic issues. All of these things come into play. And all of our issues, all of our thought processes are not the same. So, of course, we're going to have totally different issues, and you're not going to agree with everybody's viewpoint. That's just reality.
reason is like they have Down syndrome or they're going to be autistic, then that woman shouldn't have been a mother in the first place. Because
Hold on. If I got to close this out. If a mom is pregnant and she finds out she's having a girl and she wants a boy, is that an okay reason to have an abortion? To abort a girl because you want a boy?
I wouldn't say it's an okay reason.
Should it be
but
legal?
She can't, yes.
So then how is your view of abortion any different than customizing a Ford Explorer to your liking?
Because it affects other living beings,
Well, yes,
like the mother.
Why should the mother be able to have all the rights and the baby have none of the rights just because the mother is older? And wasn't that mother once a fetus herself, given the opportunity for life? And isn't part of the social compact passing down that I was once in utero for 9 months, and then I will usher another in utero for 9 months? That is the cycle and circle of life that compassion lives on.
Remind you that a lot of this stuff is basically a cover up to the real worldly issues that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? We are really on the brink of a war. You know what I'm saying? So this shooting, assassination, whatever you guys want to call it, we're really on the brink of a war. So this is really a cover up. You know how America do, though. You know what I'm saying? This is right off of the Epstein files not being released. Then he gets shot. Then Ukraine is over there. It's a lot of moving parts in America right now, guys. This is just one little piece. It's very unfortunate, but this is one little piece. You know what I'm saying? We got 2.8K people watching the live right now. Please hit the like button for me. Please hit the like button for me. I appreciate you guys coming through. Let's get back into the show.
You're part of the problem, I think, with the hatred on trans people. It's really not that deep. Like, if someone wants to dress up however they want, that's totally fine.
Okay, so
and I think
I'm
that's
not
where the
preventing
hatred
you. I'm
comes
not
from.
preventing you from dressing up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this. However, let me ask you a question. I will
Go
flush
ahead,
this
go
out.
ahead.
So let's pretend you say you are a woman. And
Yeah, let's pretend.
I know you are a man, but I refuse to call you a woman.
Okay.
Who's the hateful one?
I would say you are. I mean, I wouldn't.
So
I
you're
wouldn't
going to
appreciate
force
it.
me and shame
I'm not
me.
forcing
No, hold
you
on a
to do
second.
anything, man.
I'm the hateful one.
It's really just like common courtesy.
It is never
Is it that much
common
effort?
courtesy to lie. You do not
See that?
become a thing just because you say it. You are
See
the
that?
thing. Guess what? Nobody in the history of
This why they didn't like him, bro. He was stern on his stance. In your face. He in the trans person face. And he's stern on his stance.
the species that was born XX or born XY and transitioned is able to change their chromosomes. Every
Yeah.
one of your cells is coded either XX or XY.
But that's
and it is an
where-
insult to women everywhere in this audience and across the country that's saying that you could just have wear makeup and dress like a woman, undergo surgery, that you magically become a woman. And
I think that's fine.
it is the abolition of women and is the
Yeah.
abolition of reality. And we see great unjust human suffering because of it.
You're part of the problem, I think, with the hatred on trans people. It's
In the comment section, guys. Then flood the hate. Let's flood the hate with RIP Charlie Kirk with some positivity. Let's flood the chat with some RIP Charlie Kirk positivity. To drown out all the hate. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got to do it. That's how we got to start doing it. The love drowns out the hate. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop us when we flooding the love out. They can't even stop it. You know what I'm saying? They can get their little hate in, but when the love starts pouring in, it's like, damn, we just drowning in love. That's how you drown out the hate with the love. Then before you know it, the hate starts turning into love. Then we got some hateful love, you know? Then we turn the hate to hateful love. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
deep.
You say college is a scam, so I drove 4 hours here just so I could debate you on this. I've been in school for 4 years, majoring in English, and my education means a lot to me. I've put in a lot of work to be here.
What school?
University of Utah.
Okay, cool.
And so I find it extremely disrespectful for you to say that college is a scam, not just to me, but everyone here that's also going to school.
What's your favorite Charles Dickens book?
That was like push for, like I'd come for, like that's like all around, right?
No, tell me which one?
The sixth one.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Just like the one like with Bushmere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how about your favorite Jane Austen novel?
Oh, I don't know who that is. Jane Austen?
You're an English major.
Yeah. Well,
What's
it's like I'd come for, so it's like my
what's
dad's
your
tuition.
favorite? I'm gonna give you another chance.
Yeah.
What's
Now,
your
you know the
favorite
funny
Jane
thing.
Austen
You
novel?
know the funny thing to me though. Every time I see Charlie Kirk, he remind me of Morrissey. If you guys know who Morrissey is, let me know in the comment section. The Smiths, that's one of my favorite bands, guys. So every time I see Charlie Kirk now, I'm like, damn, that's Morrissey. You feel me?
Harry Potter?
I can't unsee it.
You've been there for 4 years?
4.5. Well, I have one more question.
You are proving that college.
They're trying to stop us, guys. Like I said, the hate is very strong when it comes to trying to stop the channel and trying to quiet people's voices. Those people are out there and they're watching and they're trying to silence anybody that's outspoken about these issues. So make sure you guys remember to support these smaller YouTube channels, support these smaller creators, because there's a lot of people that's attacking us right now and they're trying to silence our voices. Okay, let's get back into this content.
Perspective, I'm willing to hear that, but the actual textbook definition as authored by people like Kimberly Crenshaw and Derek Bell, as it came out of critical theory, is essentially this, is that instead of having a goal of race blindness, they want a goal of race obsession and race consciousness, that we should talk about race more, not less. I believe the scriptures tell us firmly in many different verses that I could quote, but one in particular, when the Apostle Paul wrote, he said, neither slave nor Greek nor Jew, but we are all one in Christ Jesus. Essentially stating that racial differences are indifferent, or mean nothing to the Almighty God. All that matters to God is not black or white or Republican or Democrat. It's saved or unsaved are the only things that matter to Christ Jesus. So therefore, and let me finish the point, what DEI does through hiring practices, racial quotas, and many other different ways that I could list, is that it has an emphasis on things that the Bible does not categorize as important. In fact, it says the exact opposite, that we should
Appreciate everybody coming back in, man. Get them likes up. Once again, I'm your host, Surviving Film Mode Africa, Zach Talks TV. Go check out my other channel, man. It's called Zach Talks TV. We got a lot of episodes dropping over there also. Also, we got a lot of episodes dropping on this channel, not just the live videos. Make sure you go check that out. Let's get back into the video, man. Make sure you guys flood the chat with love. RIP Charlie. Once again, we don't agree with everything he was saying, but we do agree with some of the points he was making. That's what we need to come to terms with, guys. Here in America, we need to learn how to agree to disagree. Everything is not a divide. Everything is not hate this and hate that. Everybody has different views. Everybody's got different upbringings. So we're all different and we look at life different. Let's get it.
Care about character and the soul of an individual, not the melanin content in their skin.
So I agree. Well, I actually don't agree, because in Acts 2, it talks about how when the Holy Spirit came upon the apostles and when the Holy Spirit came into the region, that a lot of people who spoke different tongues, that they could understand each other. And I think when we talk about the Bible and we talk about the spread of the gospel, you see that these people are going to different regions, not only learning about their culture, but adapting so that they could, again, spread the gospel. And I think that it's important. And I think people get confused that DEI is only about race. It's about learning somebody's background. I'm not from a state. I'm from a territory. DC is not a state. However, DC is majority Black. But Black experience in DC is completely different from Black experience in the South. So if you're going to stereotype a Black person, you can't, because Black people, I would say people everywhere, a white person from the North is different from a white person from the South. So it's about talking to people and learning different perspectives. And I think the removal of DEI doesn't do that.
Okay, so I don't want to debate it too much. I will say that.
But that was my perspective.
Fine, and I'm happy to send you a lot more literature to look at it. What DEI means in practice is the vehement, hostile treatment of white, straight men to no longer be in institutions and to be actively discriminated against. You don't have to agree on that, but that's what it looks like in practice. Is that, and I will prove this allow me to prove this in the best way I can. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but do you think Friedrich Nietzsche used to say that every society has a central piety that you cannot touch, something you're not allowed to make fun of. Are you allowed to make fun of white men or Black people more easily in America?
You shouldn't do either.
Which one will get you fired?
Making fun of a Black man.
Okay, so, but what if you make fun of a white person? Will that get you fired?
It could get you fired
the
too.
Hell?
Probably not. Actually, it'll probably get you a professorship at your local university.
Nah, see, I don't get this bullshit. Now, they playing now. He playing now. I do not believe no goddamn white man is under scrutiny at work. Like, what the fuck? I work every day, and the shit is crazy. The white man has still got this superior type complex to where he think he can do whatever the hell he want to do. It really makes you mad. You know what I'm saying? It really makes you mad. It's like sometimes some things you just gotta go. It's like some shit you just gotta deal with in America, and it seemed like that's one of them. You feel me? Like the white people, some of them just got a complex about themselves to where they can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is like that, and Charlie Kirk might be one of those people. As you can see, he's kinda wishy-washy when it comes to racial issues. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. That's for sure. I think everybody should be treated equally. It should be no racism. It should be none of that. But we all know, if you're here in America, we all know that the white person enslaved the Black person years ago, and now some of them still got that spirit on them. Some of them still got that slavery spirit on them, that slave master spirit. I don't want to be around no white people with the slave master spirit on them still. Hell no.
University. You know I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, I know.
What I'm getting at is that the influence of DEI have actually inverted the piety away from the promise of what MLK said, which was race blindness, towards race obsession. What you are talking about is very admirable, which is understanding people's backgrounds. We're just going to I'm not even disagree. I don't necessarily have time to build out what DEI has meant in practice. Mm-hmm. And what the problem with DEI is, it's taken a lot of well-meaning people like you and then taken you along to support it, when in practice it's something completely and totally different. But here's something I will encourage you to do as a Christian. Okay. Care less about people's shared racial experience and look at them instead of just as their soul, as God made them. we should try to strive towards a blinder race nation, not one that talks about skin color all the time.
I agree 100%.
And I think DEI does make us talk about skin color more.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Very sweet question. Thank you. Yes, sir.
I had the best coach.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is this thing on? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. All right. My name is Blake.
Watch out, everybody. The master debater is here. Get him out. There's freedom of speech. If you don't like it,
Why don't come up to the mic. Come up to the mic. Come up to the mic. No, come on, come up to the mic.
What does that mean? What do y'all mean by that? Black fatigue. What does that mean? Inform me, guys. Inform me. As your host, I can be informed, okay? Let's see. Let me get to these comments, man. Let's get to these comments. We got to scroll all the way back. He was low-key teaching children to grow up hating black people. Damn. Is that true? I don't know. See, that's why it's kind of wishy-washy. See, it's kind of, when I go deeper into it, I start to really see, like, I mean, you can see why some people felt so strongly about his stance in this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get to this level, when you got this type of power, you know what I'm saying? Whether you guys think he had power or not, he was still in politics with no education. That's really where we're going towards anyway. Look at Elon Musk. He was all in the president's face with no goddamn education or none. Money. All you need these days is goddamn money. However you get it, you can lead you to a higher place. And that's actually a dangerous state that America is coming to. You know what I'm saying? That means we can be bought. That means our opinions can be bought. The agendas can be bought. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good place for a country.
Since you're so smart, show the world how smart you are. We'll give you our mic, not your bullhorn. So come on up. So now we know that you're like a blatant narcissist that needs attention at all times to cut in line. Tell us what's so pressing that you need to
what is
interrupt.
grift? What is grift? I keep seeing this other word too, grifting. What is that? Let me know in the chat. What is grifting, y'all? That's a new. See, this like some new age talk. This like some new age talk. Grifting. What the hell is that? Look what Charlie has done for the entire world, even Korea's screen. We love Charlie Kirk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the death, just his death has caused all of this extra shit. If Charlie Kirk was black, we wouldn't hear a damn thing about him. Y'all wouldn't give a damn. If Charlie Kirk was black, if it was Kirk Charlie, y'all wouldn't give a damn what happened to him. Ain't that some shit? God damn, that's how it be though. That's how it is in America. I see this every day. I experience a little bit of racism every day in America. Every single day, a little bit, you know? And what that do, it keeps building up. If he was black, you would be upset about his death. I'm upset about his death right now. I don't care if he's black or not. You know what I'm saying? He's another human being, and he was hurt. I don't like when human beings are hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to see no human beings hurt. Whether they black, green, blue, white, gray. We need to get out of that mindset. That's the thing about it. That's what's hurting America today. But then again, we got our own issues too within the black community, which Charlie was trying to speak on also. He was saying that we breed single women. We breed all of this hate, all of this killing and shit within our own community. And that's what I was saying. Nobody's going to respect the black race until we start respecting each other. If they seeing that we killing each other on a daily basis, we're basically not respecting each other, then how the hell do we expect another race to respect us? It's not going to work.
That's before he could even talk.
So,
this our shooter
let's
right
talk
here.
about the 200 people deported without due process to El Salvador. I don't know if you saw this morning, but a United States citizen was actually deported.
It was not a U.S. citizen. That's not correct.
Liar.
It's not a U.S. citizen. It was actually.
He looked like our shooter
right here,
y'all. This the one we thought was the shooter. Hell
This
nah.
guy just lies.
Nah, we thought he was the shooter, y'all. Look how he gripping that motherfucking microphone. See that? That's that rifle grip. And then look how his eyes squinting. You see how his eyes squinting like that? That's that rifle scope squint. You feel me? That's the rifle scope squint. So he got the rifle scope squint and he got the rifle grip. And then not only that, he got the backpack turned to the front. Tactical. You feel me? So he got the tactical. Like, hell no. I'm judging, bro. He got the rifle grip, the rifle squint, and a tactical backpack positioning. All red flags. Hell no.
It's not. Hey, no. You wanna have a debate, but you don't.
It was not a U.S. citizen. First of all.
You want to have a debate, but you actually don't debate. There's nothing more ill-faith than this.
So
you're not.
we already have a mic.
Name 2 times.
He got that motherfucking rifle grip.
Show me you're losing without telling me you're losing.
Nah. Look at him. He got it tucked, too. Ain't he holding it like a rifle?
So you're just going to lie? Well, first of all, it's not a U.S. citizen. He was living here for a while. He was part of MS-13. Answer yes or no.
Okay.
Should members of a terrorist organization be able to stay in the United States after they've murdered and gone after American citizens?
Obviously, no.
So we have deported those people back to their country.
So where we gonna deport the KKK
does not
to?
apply to foreign citizens.
They doing all that shit. Where we gonna deport them to?
No. It's only to U.S. citizens.
That's a lie. He's a liar.
So he
can't debate. He just lies.
You've now sworn like 3 times. Let's just calm
you don't
down
like
a little
freedom
bit.
of speech?
Well, I mean, you could say whatever you want if you want to make a fool of yourself, but we do have like 10-year-olds here and 11-year-olds, so can we have some decency?
Whatever.
Okay, you don't care. You're a typical leftist because you only care about yourself,
Who said I was
not
a
about the
leftist?
other people.
Who said I was a leftist?
Look.
It's very clear.
Yeah, he ain't playing no games. You see him? He getting brick up there too. He holding that motherfucking microphone even harder now. He like, shit, if this was a rifle, god damn. See, these college kids ain't nothing to play with. He thought they was sweet, but he showed him right there. He should have saw the signs right there. He got the rifle grip, the rifle eye squint, and he has the tactical book bag positioning. All the red flags of a shooter. Hell no.
Clear by how you're acting. Let me ask you a question. Should we be able to deport terrorists that are here in the United States
with due process?
And we gave them due process.
What was the due process?
They were part of MS-13.
Then how
it was
did
very clear.
No,
and now they're in an El Salvadorian jail.
That literally isn't true.
Most
also, why wouldn't
importantly,
they just get deported? Why would they get sent to a jail?
Well, deported to a jail. By the way, many of these people
not even their country. They're not from El Salvador.
Many of these people were already in prisons for crimes that they committed against the United States of America. So do we have a right to decide who is in the interior of the United States?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what's your big disagreement?
It's called due process.
Again, the due process,
hold on.
If every single one of them got their own trial and their own date.
They did not get a trial.
If they got that, it would take us 10 years to deport like 200 people. We have a constitutional right to be under the Alien Invaders Act of 1798 to be able to
We're not at war.
Well, hold on. We
are at war. We've been invaded by 10 million people over the last 4 years.
Congress has to declare an
Actually, that's not correct. Congress never declared war against Iraq. We never declared war against Afghanistan. We actually never had an official declaration of war against Vietnam.
Well, everybody knows America commits war crimes every day.
Okay, that's a separate issue.
And supports
let's stay
genocide.
focused. Who is the commander-in-chief?
Donald Trump.
Yes. So praise God. So if the commander-in-chief labels an invasion, it is an invasion. So when Venezuela opens up their prisons and sends in and to the interior of the United States, we have the right. We have give you proof. The Venezuelan government has been found with a bipartisan congressional study that they have been sending the worst of their citizens to our country to increase crime, to kill people like Lake and Riley, to come into our communities. We have the opportunity and the ability, based on the laws of the land, to say that this is an invasion from a foreign country and we are repelling it. And by the way, how is it not an invasion when 10 million people come into your country uninvited?
That is an unfact number.
Okay, then let me ask, what is an invasion? What is an invasion?
I would call an invasion, I would call an invasion similar to Israel taking Gaza.
Hold on.
That's an invasion.
Hold on. No, don't give me like a definition, like a textbook. Define the term.
It's a military conflict.
Okay, so what you mean when they come with weapons and they're all military-age men and they come into the interior of the United States and that they're being prompted by a government or a cartel, how is that not a invasion?
He's not a king.
No. Answer the question. I never said he was a king. He's a duly elected president. So is it not an invasion?
No. It's called illegal immigration. And you do it, and you solve it via due process.
Okay.
It's not an invasion.
At what point would it become an invasion?
Probably whenever they tear down the border and actually steamroll in with military vehicles.
Yeah, we would have no idea what that would look like, right?
No, we do know what it would look like. It's what's happening in Israel and Gaza right now.
Okay, that's a whole separate issue that I'm happy to talk to you about.
It's a perfect example of an invasion.
No, hold on.
How is it not?
I actually agree that Israel has invaded Gaza. I agree. Okay, because they're using sophisticated military equipment like the Venezuelan cartel and the drug and the Sinaloan drug cartels. Secondly, it's planned by governments. Second, it's planned by governments. Third, and most importantly.
All right, we got 579 people in the chat, man. Can we get 200 likes? Can we get them likes up, y'all? Can we get some RIP Charlie Kirks in the chat? Let me know what you guys think about this situation, man. Sad situation, but when you're stern on your stance, this is the type of thing that can happen. You know, when you're stern on your stance, this is the type of thing that happens. And what they call the other side, college leftist. That's what gunned him down. College leftist, 22-year-old. What's his name? Tyler Robertson or Robinson, whatever the hell. College leftist. I see we got a lot of hate. It's a lot of hate in the chat. A lot of hate. So we need more RIP Charlie Kirks so we can spread the love, man. But as you guys can see, we can't agree with everything Charlie was saying. No, we don't. Not at all. Hell no. Some of the shit was no, not at all. You know what I'm saying? But some of the stuff we can agree with. You know? We gotta agree to disagree. Let God judge him. God judges. I don't. You know? Stop judging people, y'all. Stop by what they say or whatever the hell. The basis, he was big on faith. He was big on his faith. You know what I'm saying? Let's remember the good things. Although he had some bad points, he didn't have all the answers at all, you know? And nobody does. Nobody has all the answers. All we can do is try to get it right. And that's what Charlie was trying to do. Charlie was trying to get right, you know? And we can't fault him for that. He was trying to get right, and he was big on his faith. You know? He was a God-fearing man. And he was the same age as me. You know? The same age. So that's the thing, too. He was young. He was young and outspoken and stern on his stance. And for that, I commend him. Let's get back into the show.
You think 10 million people that have come into this country since Joe Biden was president, was that good for America?
To be clear, I don't think you're here to actually have a debate because clearly you never change your mind. No. So I'm actually not here to debate you.
I've asked you 5 or 6 questions and you haven't.
Faith person.
Yeah, you interrupted me.
Hey, do you condemn Elon Musk doing Nazi salutes?
Oh, so
do you? It's simple.
It's very simple. It was not a Nazi salute.
Do it.
See,
it.
I have done it multiple times. No, let me interrupt you. That is a bad faith question and argument. You just did a Nazi salute. You're a Nazi. I can't believe it. Nazi. Get this Nazi off our campus.
Slams it down to their chest like Elon Musk did.
How about this?
Now that was kind of childish, honestly. Like, what the hell? And that was kind of childish. I don't know. You gonna pass that one?
How many people here would be thrilled earning $70,000 a year right now?
That's higher than the average.
Wrong. According to the Wall Street
gonna
Journal,
act like we ain't see
hundreds
that,
of thousands
so-
of high school juniors getting $70,000 a year job offers for not going to college to become plumbers, welders, and electricians. They don't have to go to college. They don't have to get student loan debt. I let you talk. Let me talk. So they don't have to go into debt. They don't have to get any degree. I'm sure almost everyone in this audience would be like, boy, I would kill to earn 70 grand a year. And how many people in this audience were told a fair hearing, hey, you don't need to go to 4-year college. You could earn 70 grand as a high school junior.
It is like arguing with kids down
that is
there.
not a
Bureau
truth.
of Labor Statistics says that on average, the college graduates earn about 30% higher than trade school graduates.
That's all college kids is, really, grown-ass kids. You know what I'm saying? Grown-ass kids that still ain't really got all the real bills yet. You know what I'm saying? When you get really grown, that's when you got all the goddamn bills. When you in college, you still ain't got all the bills yet. You feel me? Once you get the full spread of bills, then you'll know you grown. You know what I'm saying? Hell no.
And
Again,
I agree. There's alternatives. College is not for everyone. I totally agree with you. People could go to trade school. They could start a business. But everything comes with risk. We got to look at what is college promising the students. College is promising access to resources, and it provides...
Incorrect. Colleges
That's
implicitly and explicitly through their website and their promotional material tell parents that if you come here, you will have a better life. Instead, that is the sales pitch. I guarantee you, if someone
Please show me one website. I've looked all over the place. I haven't seen a single university that guarantees success or happiness.
Hold on a second.
They promise resources.
I just said implicitly and explicitly.
Resources.
Almost every single college has on their website, preparing leaders for a better tomorrow, preparing leaders for an ever-changing world. And if you go through that, they have all these deceiving statistics that if you come to this college for 4 years, allow me to finish talking, okay? Again, for 4 years, yep, someone, we're going to keep going, don't stare. We tried to warn about that. Get them some water, too. Yeah, and you get a signed hat. Don't faint just for the signed hat. Of course, I acknowledge that some college graduates do better. That window is increasingly closing. Now, let me ask you another argument that you might not be prepared for. Almost everybody in this audience is studying something that will be irrelevant because of artificial intelligence. Do you think at this school, every single course and every degree is really prepared for the AI revolution that is coming next?
Now, let me ask you a question.
You have to answer mine.
What are your alternatives?
That was his thing, too. He'll pop his shit, then he'll sit the mic down. That's what he did on his last words. He said something about gang violence, then he sit the mic down, and he leaned back, and that's when they got him, unfortunately. Y'all, we need like 15 more likes to get to 200. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know if y'all I don't know what the hell going on this Tuesday, but yeah, we need somebody to wake up. It's 400 people in here, and we only have 185 likes. We need to get to 200 so that we can continue this show, guys. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to push it. I'm trying to push it along. You guys are hindering the show, you know? You guys are hindering the show, not me. I'm trying to push it along. It's 485 people in here. I don't know if y'all are sleep watching or if y'all are like, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what y'all doing, you know? Okay, 195. Can we get 5 more? Can 5 more people wake up and smell the coffee beans? Can we get 5 more people to wake up and smell the coffee beans? Because, yeah, can we get 5 more people wake up, smell the coffee? Chow time. It's chow time. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah. We need one more. Yeah, we need one more. We need one more because they don't like when I don't press play, so they start leaving out. But they don't want to hit like. They can do everything else but hit the like button. Ain't that some shit? God damn. That's what I'm saying. Like, the hate is real, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The hate is real. The love is hard to find, but if the love is reciprocated, then we can make something happen. But if you know what I'm saying? And how about M&G Mr. Technologies? How about we put you in timeout? How about that? You over here suggesting bullshit. I didn't ask for that, okay? I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that at all. Now you in timeout. Shooters in the chat. It's shooters in the chat, y'all. I ain't gotta hide nobody. It's people that's gonna do it for me, you know? It's people that's gonna do it for me, you know? Yeah, y'all playing games. It's Tuesday. It's middle of the day Tuesday. And y'all ain't even had a cup of coffee yet. I don't know what the hell going on. See, this is what Charlie was talking about. This why he was stern on his stance, because y'all don't listen. Y'all stubborn. Y'all hateful. You know what I'm saying? He knew this. Y'all stubborn, hateful. Y'all spreading hate, divide. Y'all want to conquer. Hell no. See? Y'all all, it don't matter what color and creed y'all come from. Y'all all want power. Hell no. See? That's why we can't get ahead, because everybody think they better than everybody. Everybody coming over here and they're leaving hate. This is not hate. This is not the hate camp. The hell? Shit. This is not the goddamn hate camp, okay? We're here to spread love and knowledge, all right? Since when did knowledge become hate? God damn it, man. All right. Well, I guess we're at 200. I guess we got a reason to smile. Shit. Let's get back into it.
I have plenty to actually work. You know, there's 11 million job openings right now that pay you more than $75,000 a year that don't require a college degree. Right now, why don't come up to the mic? Come up to the mic. Come up to the mic. No, come on, come up to the mic. Since you're so smart, show the world how smart you are. We'll give you our mic, not your bullhorn, so come on up. So now we know that you're like a blatant narcissist that needs attention at all times to cut in line. Tell us what's so pressing that you needed to interrupt us before he could even talk.
We saw him.
One day or day one?
Yes, ma'am. I want to hear from you. Can you, if dealership...
Do you think that there should be free school lunch for all children?
No.
Why?
Of course not. Because parents should feed their kids, not the government.
What if they can't?
Go get a job.
A child?
The parents should go get...
See, now he tripping. I got free lunch in school. Hell no. I was a free lunch getting kid. Hell, I was now you hurt my heart, Charlie. Goddamn. I got free lunch in school. The hell? You telling me? Are you telling me I can't eat? God damn it, Charlie. Now you hurt me. You hurt my heart. You hurt my aching, breaking heart, Charlie. Now you telling me I can't eat? Damn. This shit getting crazy.
The job. Yeah. This is important. I don't believe...
They have jobs and they can't support their children there because the minimum wage is so low.
No, you are a dumb dude. Don't give me this stuff. First of all, this is really...
I want children to eat?
Of course I do. Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist. Number two, we have churches, we have food shelters, we have billions, and it does not exist. We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country. That 50% of our kids are obese or overweight. There's not a single kid in America that has died of starvation in the last 10 years. Show me that kid. Show me. This is a propaganda thing from the Democrat Party. Our kids are so overweight, they have type 2 diabetes by the age of 8.
Damn.
So the number one problem for kids right now is that they're not moving enough and they're eating too much, not that there's child starvation.
How many of y'all know some fat kids out there? I want to know. Don't be lying either. Y'all probably got some fat kids. Are y'all teaching y'all kids to be fat? Don't be teaching y'all kids to be fat at an early age. Don't be giving them soda pops and shit like that and chips and shit, knowing damn well they gonna be overweight when they get older. At least try to help them out when they younger. Y'all, I be seeing y'all all the time. Y'all be giving y'all kids chips, pop, all type of shit, knowing damn well it ain't good for them. But y'all like shit. He like it. You liked it too, and look how fat you got from it. The hell? Y'all don't even be helping y'all kids out. Y'all need to start implementing healthy choices into y'all kids at earlier ages, because that's when it'll stick. That's when they're most impressionable, and that's when that type of behavior will stick. You know what I'm saying? You got to create healthy habits. You can't just throw a bag of chips and a soda at your kid and expect them to be healthy and expect them to have healthy habits, because it just don't work like that. What you're doing is you're setting up unhealthy habits, and it's becoming a cycle of unhealthyism. Okay? So you gotta that's just a side note. Sidebar.
Instead, let's get back to a time where you say, hey, parents feed your kids, churches feed your kids, communities feed your kids, not big daddy government coming in and doing what the families do. With that, I say thank you guys so much and have a great day. Thank you.
Do you think that there should be free school lunch for all children?
I had the best coaches.
Watch this college student's dream get crushed after Charlie Kirk exposes his degree as being worthless.
So why do you think college is a scam?
Happy to explain that. Then 41% of people that go to college do not graduate. And then half of the people in this audience that are in college, if they get a job, will end up getting a job that doesn't require a college degree, basically rendering their experience here completely useless. Artificial intelligence is going to displace 99% of all the jobs you're getting degrees for. Most of the reasons why you're in school, your jobs will not exist. We're going to have to retrain the entire country to use AI and to find other jobs. And ChatGPT can do that pretty well. I'm not even endorsing it. I'm saying college has become a scam where it's like, who can use AI the quickest and the best? And by the way, the point also is that when you graduate, the jobs will not exist because they're going to have artificial intelligence doing these jobs for you.
Watch this college student's dream get crushed.
Let's see. Let's get to these comments. But basically, if the parent was really committed to having their child eat well, they would get a job. Let's say it's a low-paying job. Work hard to gain skills to get better paying job. It all sounds easier than it. Everything, see, that's the thing about issues too. It sounds easier than it is to do. Everything sounds better. You know what I'm saying? Everything sounds better, but it's harder to put the action behind it. You feel me? Let's see. Do you have kids? I got 14,400 kids, clearly. Did you not see the subscriber count, buddy? I have 14,000 kiddos. Okay? What do you have, man? What do you have, dude? Let's see. Kids better learn basic trades. Okay. What do you have, man? Kirk was changing his stance on Israel. We should each talk with God tonight and further our understanding of oneself and each other. Zombie, I agree. Zombie. Shout out Zombie, y'all. R.I.P. Charlie, y'all. Hey, also, I'm looking for more moderators too, y'all. As y'all can see, my moderators, they are I guess they're asleep also at this time. You know, I usually don't go live this early. You know what I'm saying? So this is a new thing for me. So I just happened to pop on, and you know, I just wanted to get part 4 out the way because we got another very sensitive topic coming up that's going to affect all of you guys, you know? So we gotta get through this topic. We gotta let Charlie rest. R.I.P. Charlie. Okay? So once we let Charlie rest, then we gonna get on to this next topic, which is very sensitive. Okay? Let's get it.
After Charlie Kirk exposed...
Tell me about your shirt. Is that a theological? Do you know the name Lakin Wright?
I did start at a...
How do people get pregnant?
I know how a woman gets pregnant.
So if you decide to have sex, you might win a certain prize.
What if you don't decide?
I'm sorry, what?
What if you do not decide to have sex and you get raped?
Again, it's still a human life. You don't get to kill a baby just because a human life occurs. Something evil, rape, does not get better when another evil action occurs. And I will say this, somebody in this audience was conceived in rape. Can you tell me who?
It doesn't matter who. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Is they're all human.
I'm not saying that they're not a human life. I'm saying the mother should have the choice whether she
Got
wants
it. No,
to
but
birth that human
you said
life.
they're not a human life, so they are a human life. Therefore, an extermination of human life is called what?
Murder?
So yes, abortion is murder, even in the case of rape, and that's a hard thing to internalize. It doesn't matter. So
You're saying it's a child, but it's not.
what species is it?
It is a human, but.
Okay. How do people get pregnant? Wait. So, just to be clear, were you once a parasite?
Technically, yeah.
You think babies are parasites?
Fetuses.
Right, but a fetus literally is.
Get what? What is see this? See the hate? See the hate in the comments, y'all? Look at the people that's spreading hate in the comments. Let's all look at all the people that's spreading hate in the comments, and let's all pray for them, y'all. Let's all pray for them, because that's the best thing we can do. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna hate them back. They want us to stoop to their level. They want us to hate and spread hate about Charlie Kirk, but we're not gonna stoop to their level. You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna do is we're gonna pray for Charlie Kirk. We're gonna pray for the hater, and we're gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. God is in control. No man is in control, no matter what Charlie Kirk said, no matter what he did. God was in control, as you guys can see. And once God make a move, ain't nothing we can do about it. All we can do is talk about it until he make his next move. Now that's power. Now these people fighting for political power. They fighting for economical power, racial power, all these different powers. But God got all the powers. And once God make a move, ain't shit nobody can do about it. At all.
Everybody, do me a favor. Please be respectful, okay?
Would you say that you're very religious?
I am religious. However, every one of my political positions is defensible from a non-religious perspective.
Okay, great. So I was under the impression that your beliefs on abortion were stemming from your religious beliefs.
Well, at the core, that is correct, but I can get that it is defensible from using reason and prudence, as I have done the last couple of
Cool. So you're not trying to illegalize abortion based on the Bible?
Well, no, not based on the Bible. My personal conviction comes from the Bible. I want to make abortion illegal because it is the only abortion is the only logical step while we apply the standard we already have in this country to unborn life. So we have murder laws.
Yes.
Therefore, murder laws should apply to unborn life as it does to born life.
Okay. So, again, reiterating, you're not trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs because that would be unconstitutional, right?
Well, not again, sort of, but no, I am not using scripture to defend my beliefs. However, my personal convictions start with scripture.
Hey yo, go ahead and
the political views that we're talking about
go ahead and knock off whoever that yup guy is. Go ahead and knock him off. I don't like him here. He's spreading hate. He's spreading hatred in the chat, and what we do to hatred guys, kill them off with love. So can we get some RIP Charlies in the chat? Spam RIP Charlies in the chat. Let's get this yup bum out of here while my shooter knock him down. Okay? We not going to accept that type of behavior. We can't accept it. All right? So you can watch from the other side, from the afterlife or wherever the hell that sends you to, okay? But we're spreading love over here, and this is our last installment for Charlie, okay? We have 4 chapters, chapter 1, 2, 3, and this here is the 4th, okay? Some things you guys are going to agree with, some things you guys aren't going to agree with, but let's all agree to disagree. We're all human beings. We all got a voice, and we all got freedom of speech, so we're able to voice our opinions, okay? We're able to separate the facts from the lies. However you cut the cards, however you feel about it, I'm able to say how I feel about it, and I'm able to research it. Yes. Yes.
Great. That's all I needed to know, that you weren't trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs, because I would not be able to support anything that was so blatantly unconstitutional. But thank you for clarifying that for me.
Everybody, do me a favor. Please be.
Real quick, I just want to apologize. I'm not super familiar with who you are. I came to talk to him about religious stuff.
Totally good.
Do you want to just give me a quick overview of what your religious beliefs are so I can still involve you in this conversation? Because I don't want to just
absolutely.
no, just nothing for you. So.
Absolutely. I'm a Christian who believes that Jesus Christ
that's his
died on the
wife
cross
right there.
for my sins. So there is hope for an eternal life.
Where's the speaker that's coming out? I'm having a hard time hearing.
Nah, that's
the crowd,
dope.
but,
That's dope to have his wife sitting right next to him at the events. That's hard, Charlie. I gotta salute you for that, Charlie. He had him a bad thing. You know? He had him a bad thing. You feel me?
Just say the last half of that again.
Yes, absolutely. I said I'm a Christian who believes that Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins and hopes for eternal life.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then Charlie Kirk, I don't want to just explain your views, but from what I've got, I've seen a good deal of you. You're famous. I know that you do believe the generally speaking, the Bible
That's
is
actually
good.
part of the. That might have been part of the reason why he's popping his shit. Why he was too. You feel me? He's probably feeling like shit. I got my shorty right here on the side. You feel me? Shit, I'm popping off. You feel me?
Justification for morality, good guide for morality. You do believe Jesus Christ. You do believe that he was resurrected. You do believe that he died for our sins. Anything else you need that you feel is important before I get into the conversation?
See, that's one thing y'all can't deny. That's what they mad about too. Charlie stood on business. He went, you feel me? He stood on business. You feel me?
No, but I imagine you're probably going to say something like, "Oh, does the Bible endorse slavery or something like that?"
That's actually exactly what I was talking about.
Because
you didn't guess anything. You had a lady asking me what my belief was.
Yeah, interestingly, so
that's not actually what I was going to ask. But it is about slavery.
Let's focus on that. Does the Bible endorse slavery?
Objectively, yes, it does.
What verse?
So there is lots of verses in the Bible.
No, not correct. The Bible regulates slavery and ancient practice. What verse does the Bible ever endorse or morally support slavery? What the Bible did is it took a pragmatic approach to an ancient and primitive people and actually made it harder to own slaves. Secondly, your view of chattel slavery.
See that? Now let's flood the comments with love, y'all. You see this person, they come in and they say, since I said Charlie stood on business, that means I'm a sellout. What the hell? See, that's what I be saying, bro. Y'all just be saying anything. Y'all think y'all know it all. Y'all want to judge people. You want to just pop in here and think you got the answers. You ain't got all the answers, Sway. You don't got the answers, Sway. The hell? Who the hell are you, buddy? Hell no. Hell no. You don't got the answer, Sway. I ain't selling out shit. I ain't sell none. I ain't collect the dollar from y'all. If I want to sell something, you will see some money up on this motherfucker, right? You feel me? You will see you will be putting down some money down on this motherfucker. But as you can see, ain't no money been put down, so ain't no selling going on. All right? Hell no. Ain't no money been put down, so ain't no selling going on. Now, ain't no sellout. What I am, I can agree to disagree. That's what y'all can't do. Y'all can't. Okay, that's what y'all are. That's exactly what y'all want to be leftists. That's what the negative people are on YouTube. Leftists. Fucking leftist. Okay? And that's what I don't like. We're trying to, I don't like that. I don't like that about y'all. Hell no. Y'all wishy-washy. One day y'all like me. One day y'all don't like me. Hell no. See? I don't like what he said about slavery. Hell no. Fuck all the bullshit he said about slavery. I don't agree with none of that shit. Hell no. And I'm standing on business behind it. But the shit he said about family, the shit he said about faith, I fuck with that 100%. And I'm standing on business behind that too. You feel me? So nah, hell no. It's some similarities between me and Charlie. Me and Charlie was the same age. Hell no. You feel me? It was some similarities between me and Charlie. He was a human. I'm a human. You feel me? Hell no. So of course, all his stances ain't gonna be correct and politically correct and shit like that. Hell no. All his stances ain't gonna be like that. It's gonna be something that you agree with. It's gonna be something that you don't agree with. Ah, God dog it, man. All right, look, this how we gonna do it, y'all. Let's do this. I'm gonna play one more clip, and then we gonna conclude this part 4. I think this will conclude the Charlie series. What I'm gonna do next is gonna be a bigger issue, a more worldly issue. It might not be human focused, single human focused, but it'll be a worldly issue, and we'll get into it. So hopefully you guys tune back in. Make sure you guys sub up. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, because what YouTube does is they'll try to play. You'll sub, and then they won't notify you when I go live. You know what I'm saying? That's how they try to shadow ban people. So all of my subscribers aren't being notified when I go live. If all of my subscribers was notified when I go live, then we'll be in a better predicament. Okay? But we're under a shadow ban, just like Charlie. That's another thing. They tried to shadow ban Charlie, and they got him. They fucking got him. They fucking got him. I can't let them get me. Hell no. Can't do it, man. So can we get 250 likes before we get on up out of here? We gonna get 250. Play a couple more clips. Let you guys rally up. I see we got 259 people in here. We got some people spreading hate in the goddamn chats. As you can see, it's still fucking hate. More fucking hate in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, no hate. This is a no hate zone, y'all. Okay. I love all my subscribers, everybody, whatever nationality you come from, we're all humans. And the fact that you guys are here watching and you're able to subscribe, that means you got a level of comfort to your life to where you're somewhere just chilling, listening to me. You know what I'm saying? That's a comfort in life. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to do that, then you're chilling. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't really got too much to be not thankful for. We should all be thankful to be here and to be able to do it like this. A lot of people can't do it like this. See, a lot of people got to argue. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got to do arguing and different things to gain this type of traction. But all we got to do is speak about worldly issues, and the attraction comes.
My next claim is
we have reached the 120,000 viewer mark on this live, so clap it up. Part 4 of the Charlie series was the biggest and baddest one. Clap it up. I appreciate everybody for attending. We're gonna play a couple more clips, and then we're gonna ride on out of here in our Bentley Bentayga. All right. Look, niggas is trying to skew the definition of what a woman is. He said the definitions of a woman is someone who thinks they're a woman. Ain't that some shit?
Well, I can't hear anything you're saying. Okay, I don't think anybody can. And I just want to ask, do you feel proud of yourself for debating college
That's how
kids?
I feel too. That's how I feel too. However you want to play it, if you're trans, gay, whatever, just keep it away from the children. Don't try to indoctrinize our children while they're young so that they can join your gangs. Okay? That's where the problem lies at. because they're trying to indoctrinate our children. You don't want your little girl to be at school and then a little girl comes into the bathroom with them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's not how this should be, you know? That's not how it should be. And I'm stern on my stance. I'm stern on my stance too. You know? That's what the leftists was pushing, you know? Charlie was against that. Charlie was against that, you know? So me and Charlie had the same opinion about that. So we agree on some things. We don't agree on some things, you know? I don't hate Charlie. You shouldn't hate Charlie either. You shouldn't agree with everything that he said also. That makes me a sellout. So fucking be it. Okay? Just because I can see both sides and I can see the good and the bad in things, and I can separate it, and I can form my own opinion of how I feel. If that makes me a sellout, so fucking be it. I'm selling tickets then. I'm selling tickets then, nigga. The hell? Hell no. That's the hate. That's the hate complex, the hate mindset that you guys have. You know? You want to label me. You want to label me just like you labeled Charlie. You know? You labeled Charlie. You labeled me. It's the same damn thing. This is what you guys do. You're leftist. What do you expect? Hate. Hate, of course. A fucking course. This is what you guys spread. All right? And that's the cancer to the world, the hate. All right? What Charlie was doing wasn't spreading hate. He was debating. He was debating topics. That's it. He had thoughts and stances on things that he believed, and he was stern on his stance. And that's what got him killed. I didn't agree with everything he said at all. I agree with some things. Some things needed to be said. Some things he could have kept to his goddamn self. Just like anybody else. Sometimes we say shit that we shouldn't say, and we got opinions that shouldn't even be opinionalized. You know? That's being human. He can't be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Get that through y'all head. Even these politicians, even these celebrities, everybody, nobody's perfect. Okay? No matter how rich they are, no matter how much money, like jewelry, any of that, no matter how much power they have, nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Even Donald Trump, you know, the most powerful man, the commander in chief, he's human. He's just like you and me. You know, stop putting these people in high places. Stop idolizing these people. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Bible tells us not to do. We're not supposed to idolize these people and put them in these high places above us. The only person that's supposed to go up there is God, and God himself only. And that's what I want you guys to take from this segment, part 4 of what happened to Charlie. Lastly, before we get out of here, all I ask you guys to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Once again, I'm your host, Zach Talks TV, Surviving Fillmore, Africa. Until next time. Yes, we did it. R.I.P. Charlie.